Ain't nobody don't ask me. I'm just so fresh and so clean. Don't you think I'm so?
Let's play a little getting to know you. Where are you from originally?
I'm from Los Angeles, California, right by UCLA. So,
What do you miss anything about home at all?
yeah, my whole family actually, both my brothers and my sister all live in the Los Angeles area-ish. And so whenever I'm home, it's good. We can all hang out, and we're all very close. And you know, so the family's kind of the toughest thing to be away from. But I talk to them regularly, and you know, they're with me. So it's you know, that's the most in terms of traveling around. I love it. I think it's cool seeing different towns and being able to kind of be at peace with myself and be able to be in different places, be alone, be with different people, and it's a lot of fun. But there's definitely, you look forward to being home when you can.
What would you say are your hobbies?
I really enjoy music. I play the guitar and the piano. I like singing. Robbie Donovan is my roommate, and he's a really incredible drummer. Found that out in day one. So we've been playing music, putting on personal concerts for ourselves whenever we get free time. And then I like doing that. I like reading. I like listening to music. And every once in a while I'll waste some time and watch some TV. But other than that, just kind of try and do everything.
So if you and Robbie were to form a band, what would your band name be?
We already have it all set up. Our band name will be called Van Gogh. I drive a VW van, and we're going to put drums on top of the van, so he's going to be set up on top. I'm going to be playing the guitar and singing in the front seat. We need to find a left-handed bassist so that the bass can go out the front side window. And we're going to be kind of a traveling band, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We got it all mapped out. It's a good gimmick, hadn't been done, at least that we know of, so we're already preparing for that.
Post batting practice concerts. I mean, it can't get any better, right?
Of course. I mean, that's what it's all about. Just trying to give the people what they want, give them a show.
Who is your favorite band?
Oh man, I change around. I like older stuff. So the Bob Dylan, Van Morrison, Leonard Skinner. I'll go a wide range. I love reggae. And I also really like kind of the older rap, mainly because of my brothers. That's what they listened to when I was growing up, so I kind of heard it. But love the oldies, Temptations, all that, Michael Jackson, and pretty much anything. I'm a pretty big fan of just about all genres of music, if you will.
Favorite song?
Oh man, that changes. That's tough. Right now, I'd say "Human Nature" by Michael Jackson. That doesn't get old for me right now. I've been killing that. Any James Brown too. Get a little funky drummer. I like that too. But there's a time and a place for everything. So it's hard to put just one out there.
Your walkout song. Why'd you choose it? What makes it get you ready?
It's an older beat. The Outkast. I always liked Outkast. I think they're really cool, just kind of as guys. Here and there's different stuff, and I don't know. It's one of those things that I've told friends, I tell some of the younger guys that you have to kind of, when you get between the lines, have kind of a different persona, and you see it in a lot of basketball players, a lot of baseball players. You kind of become a different person, and I learned a few years ago that you kind of have to get that sort of confidence and almost an arrogance. You don't have to be a jerk, but you don't have to be a jerk, but you have to have that kind of, I guess the kids call it swagger these days, and so that kind of gets me into that little mode.
Song that's on your iPod you don't want to admit is on there. Carly Rae Jepsen, that song plays every ballpark we go to.
I'm not really embarrassed of any of the music that I got on my iPod. I have a lot of good classical music that I probably wouldn't tell them that I listen to, that I kind of got into when I was playing the piano growing up.
Bach, Beethoven, Chopin.
Big Chopin guy. I like just the piano, but then every once in a while Mozart gets me pumped too. So
how is that?
Just does. I like it. It's kind of a different language. Like I studied music in college, and when you listen to instrumental, orchestra stuff, you kind of have to get into a different mindset to hear the different stuff. I think it's a really interesting kind of zone that you can get into. It's weird. I don't really know how to explain it, but I'd say that's the one I probably won't tell them about.
Most embarrassing moment for you, either on the field or off the field?
That's tough. Probably the first time I ever played music for anybody. So I played music growing up, but it was always kind of a personal thing. I never wanted to be the guy that kind of would play for other people and do that thing. So I had a couple friends back home that made me go to an open mic night, and I played one song. There were about 10 people there, 3 of whom I knew, and you know, I've made errors in front of 9,000 people. I've struck out 3 times in a night, and I've never been really nervous or that embarrassed. I've been booed, I've been everything, but playing one song in front of 14 people just scared me to death. And then after you know, the adrenaline was pumping, it was crazy. I don't know. That it wasn't really embarrassing, but that was kind of the most out of my zone that I felt, which I thought was always I always thought that was kind of interesting.
What was the one song you chose for your open mic debut?
It was actually a song that I wrote. I don't know. It's a big surprise. It was I don't even know if it has a name. Most of the time I forget the lyrics, I forget the name. But it was a song that I wrote and played it 100 times, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad I did it.
Lastly, what do you spend your off seasons doing?
In the off season, I train, and I work with kids. You know, teaching them hitting, fielding. I really enjoy working with kids, and I also kind of help out my brother with his job when I can, if he needs it, and just kind of hang out and have fun, do what I have to do, try and make some money.
That's Frank Pfister, the third baseman for the Boomers. Frank, thanks so much for the time.
Appreciate it.
Nobody don't ask me.